Let's talk about how to boost your creativity with non-time secret used by Steve Jobs, Einstein, and other neuroscientists, says Business Insider. At a time when many of us are working remotely due to the pandemic, it can be difficult to access your creative spark, especially if you've settled into a routine. Non-time, a secret followed by great minds, from Apple Steve Jobs to scientist Albert Einstein, is the art of doing nothing but thinking. Journalist, writer, and speaker Stephen Kotler, who authored The Art of Impossible earlier this year, coined the concept of non-time as period of taking break from the sensory bombardment of the world. Writing for TED Talks, Kotler said non-time is time for daydreaming and psychological distancing and allowing our subconscious to find remote associations between ideas. He also cited the importance of stepping away from deadlines, calling them kryptonite for creativity, and also underlining the importance of solitude. Thoughts?
I mean, I love this story. I mean, every morning.
I figured you would.
I do.
You would like
I do.
it a
I mean,
lot.
look, if it's good enough for Einstein and Steve Jobs, it's good enough for Adam Salisbury.
Can you tell us your morning routine?
So yeah,
You have a unique morning
I've done a
routine.
morning routine for the
Yes.
last 5 years, and I'm up at, give or take, depending on when the podcast is, somewhere around 7 o'clock. Right, that's my time. When the podcast starts earlier, a little bit closer to 6. The first hour of my day, I chug water, I think, I chill, and I'll do yoga, stretching for a half hour. I just stay flexible. I think, I do an affirmation. I say positive thoughts. And it's when you start your day and you get to the office and next thing you know, you're doing a podcast and then you got to return emails and you got conference calls and you got to go get lunch and then it's so hard to find that time to do that. And something that you always talk about is we got to find time to have just creative meetings. We got to find time just to have brainstorming sessions. And because in the monotony of the day, it's so hard to get that. So for me, for people out there, obviously, if you got to rush out of the office, I had the luxury of working from home remotely for the past 7 years. And then now I'm coming into an office every day, ironically. But I take the first hour of my day just to get my mind right. And meditation, yoga, mindfulness, stretching, whatever it is for you, I highly recommend it. I actually had dinner and drinks with, I won't say his name, but probably the biggest guy in the nightlife world in Miami. And you're talking about a guy for years would be in fist fights, just crazy. He's a Brooklyn guy, and I go, so tell me about what you're up to these days. He goes, every morning I meditate for an hour. And he goes, I can't tell you how much better my life is. So mindfulness and just wellness is a thing these days. It's a real thing, and I encourage everyone to check it out. I want to do more of it. I don't know if this is something you have.
Somebody
time to
said
do.
right there, Adam's comparing himself to Einstein. Is exciting. And
Well, he was a European Jew, just
there
like
you
my
go.
people.
So there is some comparison
yeah.
there. And
Tom, you're in LA. You got all this,
Yeah,
green stuff going
well,
on. Are you doing this?
Who the hell is Einstein and Jobs to give us any advice? What have they done? You know what? For geniuses like that, I mean, Einstein could take a 3-hour nap and invent a new flying frisbee. Something. These guys
A
are
flying frisbee. Wow, that's intense.
This doesn't work for me. I don't need downtime. I don't like downtime. I run from downtime. For me, it just doesn't work. I like chaos. And I even at night, I like chaos.
What do you mean? What do you mean by
I
that?
can't sleep for more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. I got to get up, walk around, do something, look at some stories, do some things. But
Maybe that's why you need some
maybe I do.
downtime.
Maybe I do. I think it just depends for each individual. But I think a lot of people might take this advice and just go with the doing nothing part, right? And forget about the but thinking. So it's interesting. I can definitely see some therapeutic advantages for some people, and it's probably a really good thing. I just don't think I could, take it too.
Have you ever done anything like this, Pat?
Oh, I like. Listen, actually, for me, I think I call it alone time, not non-time. I
Okay.
like to sit there, grab a paper and pen, and think. And I'll play a song. It's by this guy that plays a piano. I obviously can't play it, or else the video would be private. I play video. I play the song piano, and I listen to it, and I think, and I write. And I look at data and I look at articles and I'll just sit there thinking, what if we did this and what if we did that and what if we did that? I'm fully for it on doing that. And obviously prayer, God knows how effective it is to pray and to meditate. Yoga is a very good thing. I used to do yoga regularly, religiously. And Bikram yoga, it was phenomenal for me. So I can totally see correlation between this and that. And at the same time, I relate to Tom as well. If you go on a vacation with me, I'm a 3-day guy. I can't go. Some of these guys go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I'm terrible for 2 or 3 weeks.
You're saying vacation.
You go with me for 3 days, you'll have the time of your life. The moment we get into 7 days, you're going to say, Pat, can we just go back to work and do something? But for 3 days, you'll have a lot of fun with me.
Why? What is it in your DNA that you can't check out for more than 3 days?
I have to build. I'm a creator. I'm a builder. I got to build things. I got to go make progress towards something. So if we're there past 3 days, now we have to compete who swims the fastest. Now we have to go out there and see if we can swim across to the island across to us. Can we make it in the next hour? And let's try this. And let's.
Sure. Well, plus you'd be antsy and you'd be not as much fun to be around because your mind would be elsewhere.
My mind would be elsewhere. That's why I'm 3 days. 3 days time of your life. Fourth day.
Pat, as we all know, your mind might be telling you no, but your body might be telling you yeah. You know that song?
R. Kelly?
There you go, Tom.
He got it. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.